Okay, people, welcome back to another tutorial video. So, yesterday I published a video about fixing dedicated servers not launching. That was an issue. That whole tutorial, by the way, is also an issue. I am going to remake that entire tutorial. But today we are going to continue on the tutorial and make a little bit of a different one. Because I noticed when reading the official forum post from SCS, there are a lot of people that have problems with not being able to find their friend, their server. So, and a lot of people say, well, the ports are not working. Yes, the ports are working. So today I am going to show you how my cat got into this room even I had the door closed. No, that is not what I'm what I'm going to show, but yeah, that's actually pretty funny, but okay. So what I'm going to show you today is how to set up your ports correctly. Plus, I am going to teach you all a nice little trick that a lot of people do not learn you or show you when port forwarding. And this has to do with the firewall. I'm going to show this trick. It's a one-time trick. You never have to do anything in there ever again. There is a little bit of warning with that. We will get there when we get there. But first of all, let's start with the basics. So how am I going to at least open the ports? Well, first of all, you need to have your admin login for your router, your modem from your ISP. Well, if that is owned by your parents, you probably want to ask them now and come back after that for the information, or ask them to sit with you while you're doing it. And there is one thing too, every router is different. Not one is the same as long, well, they are if they're from the same ISP. If they're not, well, no, not from the same ISP if it's the same model. Even the same ISP can have different modems, routers, that have a different UI. But most of the ISP are just using one modem, one main, and those are the same. So I'm from the Netherlands and I am using Ziggo, one of the biggest sponsors, by the way, from the F1 and football. So that's good. Doesn't mean it's the best internet though. It's the opposite. But yeah, so let's just go over to the tutorial screen and I will see you guys when we're there. All right. So we are now on this screen and I am going to show you how to do it. So first of all, you want to go into your command prompt. Why do I need to go in my command prompt? Well, I need my IP address, my IPv4 address. It could be IPv6 too. This highly depends on, once again, your ISP. Most modems these days have both of them. And if you're, for example, for me, I'm from Netherlands. So if there are people from the Netherlands that are watching that have Ziggo and have got it in the last, say 3 years, 4 years, or got a replacement, by the way, this works too. If you have a recent replacement, most of the time IPv4 is disabled by default. Don't ask me why they do this. I called them about this. Let them reactivate IPv4. Because I hate IPv6. Yes, IPv6 is better, but it's complicated. Well, it's more complicated than IPv4. for these kinds of things and more. So yeah, if you do not see this option but only see IPv6, I highly recommend at Monday call Ziggo. Once again, if you're from the Netherlands and you have Ziggo, buy Ziggo and let them re-enable IPv4 port forwarding. Okay, so what we want to do is go here in your console, type in IP config, and make sure you type it correctly. IP config. There you go. Now this is the ID you want, the IP. Now this is your IPv6 ID. This is not what we want. This is the one we want, the IPv4. This is the one we want. So what you can do is a neat little trick if you want to copy inside of the command prompt. It's not like your standard Control C. It is literally highlighting it, right click. There you go. But we don't need that. In this case, we only need this last part. Once again, it depends on your router. But I'll show you when we get there. So, for this case, now I am just going to do it on my main PC, even though, once again, you saw yesterday, I have my own dedicated server. But because I already have done everything there, there is no point. So because now I can just show you how I did that before. So what I'm going to do now is open my Chrome and go to my IP address. Most of the time it is 192.168.178.1. Sometimes you also have 1.92.1.68.11. There are more. This highly depends. Most of the time this is at the back of your router. If you cannot find it, call or Google your router and see what the login is, because you can literally just really easy do this. For example, let's take mine. For example, I don't know and I can't find it. Let's go to Ziggo admin login. Admin login. If I can type today, it will be great. And then most of the time, now you can see what I mean, right? So we have this one. See? We have this one, the one that I just typed in there. But you also have this one, 192.168.0.1. This also works. Now this one is not really used with Ziggo anymore, so I don't know why they have it. Now I do know they have two models. So yeah, most of the time also your password is on your modem. If you're once again with Ziggo, you also get a nice plaque with stickers with it on it. You go in, you log in, just wait for it. Now mine is in Dutch, so what I will do is put it to English, so it's for everyone easier to read and to follow. So what you want to do when you are in your router, and once again look your router up so you can compare the two to each other. Most of the time it's similar, but the ways to it is different. So in my case, I have to go to advanced settings, security, and then port forwarding. So this is what you want to do. Now you can see I already have it open. Now, okay. Now I am just going to really easy create a new rule, right? And then here, remember this part right here, and copy it. And just in my case, I'm just gonna copy. See, I right click in the command prompt and I now did Control V and it pasted it in there. Now, this is also different depending from your router. In my case, I literally have to do 27.0. Now, mine is already here. 27.0.15, 16, and 17. I think they had 15, 16. Let me really quick double check. Ignore and continue. 15, 16. Okay. 17 you could open, by the way. It's not that big of a deal. It is also a Steam default. Not only that, if you want to run a second server, you could use the 17 version, but I always recommend stepping over. So if you want, for example, 2 servers open, and you have already one open on the 16 one, then instead opening 17, you want to open 18. Now you can open more. It doesn't really matter. Just test it, see if it works. Sometimes you don't have to step over, even though I recommend it. Sometimes you don't have to. So in this case, we're gonna do copy. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna paste so you can actually see. Right? See? There you go. Now I'm gonna do 27.015. Was it right? I already forgot. Doesn't matter. In my case, now this highly depends. In my case, I have to paste them here. Open and start and end port. Now, I cannot explain how this works on your side, so this is something you have to look up to because this highly depends on your modem. Now, if you do run into issues and you can just not figure it out, don't hesitate to go down in the description, join the Discord, ping me, not DM, but ping me, and I'll help you out setting it up. Because then I can jump in with a call with you and see your modem in the back end, and then I can actually help you out personally. Now, sometimes you have it's for example 27015 UDP only or TCP only. I always do really smart. Just do both. It doesn't matter. It doesn't harm. It makes only sure it always works. So instead of me making one for UDP and TCP and then, have 2 of them, I just click both. It's really easy. It's easy as that. Now make sure it's active, of course, at the role. And because I already have a port open, even though it is on a different channel. Wait a minute. Did it save? No. So for me, I cannot do it. And that is because I already have this port open. What I can do in this case is just do this. Hold on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take 17, right? I'm going to take 17 instead. It doesn't matter. For you, this will be 15 and 16. 15. And then you make a second one with 16, right? And in my case, I'll have to do this because otherwise it will not work because I already have them open. Yes, it's a different IP, but it doesn't matter. So, yeah, that doesn't work. Smartass. Oh, hold on. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back here, right click, paste. There you go. Now it works. There you go. So now it did edit. We added 17. Now this is what you want to do for both of them. For 15 and 16. Once you have that done, you want to do the exact same one for 100 and 101. I will also post all the ports in the description if I don't forget it, because I remember the video from yesterday and I forgot to add every single bit of thing I said I would into the description. That's my bad. I'll update that. Although I'm going to update that video anyways, but I'll make sure to edit in, and otherwise I will edit inside on the screen while I'm editing the video. So these are the ports you want to open. So I showed you how to do one, and you want to do it for 27015, 27016, 100 and 101. Once you have this done, you want to hit apply settings. Now in my case I technically don't have to do, but okay, we will not, because I can, because I need this one open anyways. Although in my case, yeah, okay, yeah, you know what, just apply settings, it doesn't matter. There you go. So once you have that done, now is the nice one. So now what we're gonna do, we are going to go to our firewall. So Windows Defender, firewall, control panel. Once you are here in the firewall, you want to go to advanced settings here. I I'll make sure to highlight it. Once you are here inside the advanced settings, let me minimize this so it's well, I wish there was a dark mode for this, but okay. Now, most people show you this way. Now I'm gonna show you this way, but wait, please, wait with doing it, because I'm gonna show you a better way afterwards. So normally people, they will show you inbound rules, then you add a new rule, right? You go to a port, and then here it next, TCP, right? Okay, well, TCP, we need the ports, all right? So that is 27, 15, yeah, and then comma, 27016, and then next, right? Allow connection, next. And then you want to do it again for UDP, and then you want to do the same one again for outbound rules. We are not doing that. That is also why I'm just flying over this. We are not going to do it this way. Why? Well, if we do it this way, we have to do it for every server we want to do. Every single time. And this is annoying. So, what we are going to do instead, instead of taking this port, we're going to hit program. So what this will do is technically already open every program ports. It allows every port. Now here is where I also said there is a little warning. If you're not that techie, and definitely ask your parents this if this is their computer. I don't recommend it. Then I just recommend going with this and do the specific ports like here. But this is in my opinion, the best way. I never had any issues. Yes, you kind of allowing all ports in, but this is on your own risk. It's your choice, but I still recommend it for the type of ease. This is how I do it for years and years, and I never have an issue. I never had an issue, and I don't expect one either. So what I always do is just hit program, next, all programs. You can also, by the way, do this and do specific program, and then you can take your server, for example. Because if you do that, you can just do the single ports instead. What we are gonna do, we're gonna do all ports, next, allow the connection, yes, next, yes, just keep them all checked, it doesn't matter. Next, give it a name. I don't know, let's say ETS server 1. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this one. There is a reason why. Now, here is the one, because we did it this way. So normally, if you did it with the specific ports, you had to do it twice, because, like I said, then you have to do one for TCP and you have to do one for UDP, right? So you have to do TCP, then the exact same one only changes to UDP. So you have two of them in here. Now, because we allow all programs, we only have to do it once. So that's already a plus. That is also, you see this, right? Battlefield is using 2. It's the same one, but it's using 2, right? Let me show you why. Where are here? Protocol and ports. Now, okay, they have a specific UDP, and if I go to the other one, it's saying TCP. See? Now we are not doing that, so we only have 1, not 2. Although we are going to have 2, but not in this step. So we have this one. And then we're going to outbound rules. We're going to do the exact same thing again. Programs, next. All programs, next. Now pay attention that you don't click next, because you're like, hey, oh well, it's just next. No, you're going to block your connection if you do it with outbound rules. So you want to make sure, if you on this screen in outbound rules, to allow connections, next. That makes sure that the port is actually able to send it forward and backwards. Now you paste the same name here again. Bam. Done. Now, if you run your server is live and everyone can see it. Now, if you still have a issue and somehow people are not able, and somehow people are still not able to find your server, please don't hesitate and drop your steering wheel. Don't do that. Drop in the description, grab yourself that Discord link, join it, ping me or ping, let me see what his name is on here, or ping Stockholm. He is the head admin. He is a program engineer, so he knows even more than I do. And I know a lot, but he knows even more. I haven't found anything he doesn't know. Now, I am currently working with him also to figure out some other issues we ran into, and a lot of people have problems with. If you, by example, know this issue and you fixed it, let me know down below in the comments. And this is the moderation. Now, we looked on the forum, the moderation, how they did that to add a moderator or admin to your server. It doesn't work. We used every syntax possible that we know, and it doesn't work. Now, I don't know if this is a problem on their side, just at not being working, or it not showing in the player list. We are currently in the middle of sorting this out. We have tried every syntax, and I'm not the only one. If you look on the forum, scroll down, there are multiple people that tried this, and probably also know what they're doing and tried this, and it didn't work. So I'm not the only one this time saying this. Yeah, so this was technically, it should work now. So now if you fire up your server, if you had it running while doing this, make sure to close down the server, wait like say 20 seconds. I would even recommend waiting a minute for the server to fully shut down and then fire it back up. Now, it's possible that your server, this is something I noticed, if you look in the server, it shows twice. This is your public server and your LAN server. So in that case, you will for sure know how this works. Now, you know what? While we are at this, let me fire up the game really quick, because now I am saying this. This can also be a reason why people are not finding service. So I'm going to really quick launch the game, and I'm going to show you another thing that could be an issue, because if I do not do this on my server, it doesn't work. It doesn't work either. So I'm going to show you this, and I am 100% going to cut this waiting part out so you guys don't have to watch through all this. So yeah, bear with me, and we will be back when we are in the server list. Okay, we are now in the, going into the server list. So we are going to Convoy. Now this is something they still need to fix, because Convoy frames are really low. This is not my mouse on the recording. I mean, it was worse before. It seems to be a little bit better, but it's currently running at 22 FPS a second inside the server list. Now, I am just gonna let this fetch the sessions. But while it's doing that, you want to go to advanced sessions. Now, I'm gonna untick these both buttons. I'm gonna save it. Not doing that. Now, if you see this weird like ghosting on my buttons, don't worry, that is my my reshade filter. If you're interested in my reshade, also join the Discord, and there you can grab yourself the reshade and join the server too. So, all right. Now, if I do this, I unchecked all the boxes. Now, it's possible that I am not going to find my server, but it is possible that I am going to find my server. Now, we're just going to wait. Once again, it's possible we're not finding it. See? Now, if this is the problem you guys running into, there is another fix for this too. Go into your filters, make sure you know what the server is using. Is my server using mods? Yes. Okay, is my server using optional mods? My server is. Okay, what are optional mods? Okay, optional mods, this is up to the modders themselves. Optional mods is something they added recently, and this was highly requested from the modding community, including myself, for modders to be able to make it so that mods, so for example, I run a convoy server, right? And I have a specific mod, but I have another player that doesn't run that mod, or I use a graphics mod from the Steam store or whatever, right? And the other player cannot handle running that graphics mod, so he cannot join you. So what this does, this allows the modders to implement one line in their mod, and when this line is in there, it's optional. So even I host the server with this mod on, the other player that cannot run it can still join the server because it's an optional mod. It's not a required mod. So this is a highly requested one, and I love it. So if you have that inside, if you do not know, well, that's easy. If you cannot find the server through this, then make sure to check that. Even it should pop up. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna hit apply. You don't have to hit save, but I'm just gonna do it because then I know that my settings are safe. Now it's possible that my server is not popping up because I think I closed it down, but that's fine because then I can actually prove it, so that's a good thing. So you can see my server is down. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna wait until my game. Okay, so I'm going right here. No, that's the wrong one. I'm going to run remote server. These are, don't mind those. I still need to send those to my Stockholm, where I just talked about my head admin. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we are going to, now I am going to work on a batch file. Sometimes it's a little bit better. So now, you can see, right? Server's running. Now I go back in, and I'm not gonna change anything. I'm just gonna click research again. It may take 2 searches because the server needs to fire up, it needs to register, and there you go. Now you see what I meant? It's possible you see 2 servers. Why do I see my server twice? There are 2 reasons. One is a bug. It's possible. 2, it's possible that one is LAN and one is public. So it's possible that your friend only sees one, but you're seeing 2. Then you know, okay, the one with the lowest ping is your, most of the time, your LAN. And the one with the highest ping is most of the time your public server. Now, if for some reason, now also let me just join the server, right? Okay. Let me get my password here. Also, you can join this server. It's a public, well, it's not a public server. It's a community private server, but you can hop in there. Also, information is on the Discord. So I'm just gonna join the one with the highest ping. This is my public server. I'm gonna confirm, and I'm just gonna load in so you guys know it is actually loading into the game. And you can see I am in the game. Now, you can see yeah. I'm not an admin. So this is or moderator. Now technically it's admin. So this is something we are looking into. This, I don't know. It's weird. But like I said, this is something we are looking into today, and the upcoming week. So keep your eyes out. We are going to pump out a video when we fix their stuff, because we have more to fix. But yeah, you can see We are in the server, your welcome message and all that stuff. All that good jazz. It is working. Yeah, that is that. So guys, I hoped this, I wanted to do a quick tutorial, but it's still a 30-minute long video. I'm probably gonna edit it really quick, upload it to you guys so you guys can finally start tracking. Once again, if you have any problems with this ports or any other server related problems, if it is ATS, if it is Ark Survival, if it doesn't matter what kind of dedicated server, please let me know. Now, also another reason why I am going to make another video about the one I uploaded yesterday. It turns out it was a little bit confusing, but I already kind of mentioned that. The biggest confusing part probably for people was the whole point of the video. Now the whole point of now this is not of this video, but I'm just gonna throw it in here while we're at it, right? So the whole point of that video was not a dedicated server on the same machine. If you had a dedicated server on the same machine, you would not have run into the issues we had yesterday. Well, let me say this, you should not run into the issues where the video was dedicated to. That video was actually dedicated to dedicated servers that are not running on the same machine, like I technically showed in the video. Apparently that was kind of still not understood. I forgot to mention that, so with this I mentioned it. If it still doesn't make any sense, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, I see a lot of people since yesterday joined my Discord and instantly left. Also, let me know down in the comments why. Then just don't join, right? If you can't find your way around the Discord, there is the frequently asked questions. Always make sure when you are in the Discord, a lot of people forget this, and then after 24 hours, it's a golden rule, you're getting kicked for not being verified. Now, this is the easiest one to remember. If you get in, you get to the welcome page, the rule page, and then the rule tells you go to the roles, and then click on the verify button, and any other role you want, and then you get access to the server. I don't know why people just join and leave instantly. I don't know why. I don't care either. Although it would be nice to know, because then we can do something about it. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is FreakSheep, and we will be live in probably 5 to 10 minutes on Twitch when this video is up. So don't forget to go there, join us. We are probably going to play, I don't know what. Could be Overwatch, could be some New World, could be some Rocket League. We'll see. With that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that helped. And if it doesn't, you know where to be. My name is FreakSheep, and I say peace out.